electronic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Hey, what's up everyone? Sorry for the delay, had a little bit of technical issues. Camera wasn't working, but got that all fixed. So let's take a look at the total crypto market cap to get the night started off. Weekly's pretty well looking the same as yesterday. Still no sign of bearish momentum starting to ease up here. The daily though, we do have bearish momentum getting weaker, so that's nice to see. Especially when we're at a key inflection zone like we are right now. So the 0.5 fib level on the total crypto market cap, this would be an absolutely phenomenal level for us to potentially get a bounce if we see some more signs of reversal here. This is what I was hoping to see on Bitcoin, was a bounce off the 0.5, but a bounce for the total crypto market cap off the 0.5 fib level would be even better. So daily, it's looking at least nice, signs that the bears are losing a bit of momentum here. And 4 hour, bulls losing momentum. So what I'm seeing here is likely some consolidation around this fib level while we decide where we're going to be going in the coming days. And on the 1 hour, bearish momentum building. So I'm pretty well expecting to see at least a few days of just hovering around these levels, bouncing probably, just while the market decides which direction it really wants to go. Bitcoin on the weekly, we can see bearish engulfing, still not breaking under this fib level here. So between 28.5k and 32.5k, this is roughly where we're looking at for a nice strong final support here on Bitcoin. After that, there's not really much for support for quite a ways down. Yeah, the 786 would be close to the previous all-time high cycle top, but even that's still slightly under there. So the only real support that we really have going for Bitcoin at the moment is the 618 level. So we really want to be seeing this hold in the coming days and weeks. Daily shows bears losing momentum. That's nice. 4 hour looks same as total crypto market cap. Bulls losing momentum. So pretty well looking same thing. We're going to see some consolidation around this fib level here while Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap decides whether it's going to want to reverse here or keep on breaking down to the downside. And bearish momentum building on the 1 hour. So Bitcoin looks really similar to the total crypto market cap at the moment. So on the daily on XRP, shows bears starting to lose a bit of momentum. 4 hour, bulls are gaining quite a lot of momentum actually on XRP. That's looking nice. On the MACD, almost formed a high above right here. If we see the MACD just go slightly higher and go above here, I'm really liking the looks of the 4 hour on the MACD on XRP. 1 hour could be looking better, but I don't see any bearish divergence or anything that's presenting itself here, so XRP's looking at least alright to maybe even nice for potential rally here, because I'm really liking the looks of the 4 hour, and the daily shows bears losing momentum, and this is actually a very undervalued asset on my opinion compared to previous cycle. You could see how we just got an amazing run up, almost went vertical whenever it finally broke out. So there was the initial run up, consolidated for a while, and then the real big explosion of the moon. So to me, this looks, what we've just had, more like the initial run up on XRP. So if we get any type of price action that looks anything like this in the coming weeks, XRP is going to be a phenomenal asset to be holding. And let's see how the 1 hour is looking. The 1 hour and half hours just showing some consolidation. I do see half hour bearish divergence, but that's not really that significant of a time frame, so I'm not too worried about that personally. And let's see how one of my favorite projects at the moment is holding up, Thor. Just respecting the support level here. Every time it wants to bounce here, it just touches the support, bounces, touches support, bounces. Wouldn't surprise me if we came down again, touch the support, and we were actually in quite a nice cup and handle here on the 4 hour. So you could see there's just almost like a big cup here. Looked like it formed a little handle to the cup and then broke to the upside, which is what we would expect to see on a cup and handle pattern. Now typically that would play out more under bullish market conditions, but the total crypto market cap's not really looking that bullish at the moment. So the fact that this is performing so bullishly and nicely, I'm really loving the looks of Thor personally. This asset has been outperforming most of the crypto market over the past week or so, if I'm not mistaken, so loving the looks of Thor. Yeah, you can see the stochastics down here pointing bearish. Same thing with the 2 hour and the 4 hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that consolidation come back to around maybe 185 or something like that, and bounce in continuation of trend. So overall, absolutely loving the looks of Thor at the moment. And now let's take a look at how Power's holding up. Up 18.7% today, so that's great. It's looking almost like a smaller, maybe a Class B cup and handle on Power here, but no real solid, nice looking pattern like we had on Thor before it ran. Seems to be pretty well range bound between 1327 and 2170 roughly for the time being. So just looking like it's bouncing around in this little channel. People are probably accumulating is what I'm thinking. Because if there's no accumulation, this probably would have just taken a nice dip with the rest of the crypto market. So likely what's going on here with this long consolidation would be that we got some accumulation going on. And after that, whenever the crypto market turns around, or maybe this will just do what Thor did and take on a life of its own. It's looking like there's a good chance that this asset's just going to go for a nice little run as well. So Power, not as nice looking as Thor for the time being, but I'm still really liking the looks of Power personally. Yeah, so for those two node plays, they're looking pretty nice. Thor's looking amazing, and Power's looking interesting, like it might want to do something soon. Is there any other coins that you guys want me to check out for you today? I believe that I had actually gotten a message that someone wanted me to check out a couple of assets, so I'm just going to take a look at that quick for a moment. Alright, perfect. Yeah, Brady, I will take a look at Casper, API3, CRV, and Alliance Blockchain. Or Alliance Block, sorry. Yeah, sounds good, Norm. I'll take a look at VVS right as soon as I take a look at these few for Brady here. Send this message quick. Alright, Casper. Weekly bearish momentum, but there's only like 2 bars of information here, so that doesn't really mean that much to me yet. It is bearishly engulfing still, and it's under here, so weekly could be looking a bit better. Daily, I'm liking this though. You could see the bear starting to lose momentum, looking like a little pivot here, and tempting to start to show some signs of life. Yeah, the MACD shows quite a lot of bullish momentum building. The most bullish momentum we've seen on the 4 hour in quite a while here, so that's actually looking really nice as well. A little bit of signs of consolidation on the smaller time frames, but Personally, I'm really liking the looks of the 4 hour and the daily for the time being. It's looking like it's at least attempting to get a little reversal. I think there's also signs of hidden bullish divergence here. I would need to move the MACD up a little bit so that we can see that better, but it's looking like the MACD is going from nice down deep low here to a higher low, and candles are opposite, so looking like we have a little bit of hidden bullish divergence here. And looking like we also have some RSI bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Yeah, I'm actually liking the looks of Casper Labs at the moment. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a little more consolidation, but if the total crypto market cap turns around, this asset's definitely got a lot of upside potential. Alright, now let's take a look at API 3. And let's check that on another chart. So daily's got the first bearish momentum in probably close to 2 weeks there. 4 hour shows bears losing momentum though. Higher lows. Probably going to wait for a little more information to present itself here at the moment. So far I'm seeing more consolidation than anything. That's almost looking like we got triple top with those wicks there, but I don't really think that that means much if the total crypto market cap turns around. And honestly, those are just pretty big wicks there. I don't know. Yeah, I'll wait for more information to end up developing here, and we'll come back to this one in a couple of days. And let's see. Just going to double check what the other two were. And CRV and Alliance Block. Perfect. Okay. So this is looking kind of like Casper Labs on the other chart where we could see that huge spike. I find it interesting that you don't start lower and get a huge rally up and then drop. It just starts really high and then pulls back. So for my style of high risk trading assets, not really sure, but I think you like this on more of a fundamental level, Brady. So I'm going to take a look at this project just because I really like the looks of how this chart looks. It's an interesting chart. Not saying that I exactly like the looks of the chart, but it's interesting because that's just a crazy spike right there. So I'll be doing some research on the fundamentals of this. Okay, daily RSI, we came down and got oversold, so that's nice. Little sign of the bears losing momentum there on the daily. That's also what we want to be seeing. Gaining momentum on the 4 hour. Bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Yeah, I'm really liking the looks of this chart actually. Yeah, we got a little oversold on the 1 hour there, but more significant time frames are looking bullish at the moment, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little consolidation and then an attempted run here. Little half-hour bearish divergence, but that doesn't mean much whenever the more significant time frames are looking bullish as there. So overall, I'd say I'm actually liking the looks of CRV at the moment, especially for a potential accumulation zone. And Alliance block, that was the other one. So daily, sign of bears losing a bit of momentum. Yeah, that's all I really see going on there, is bears losing a little momentum on the daily. And also on the 4 hour. I think we actually have a tiny bit of bullish divergence here as well. And 1 hour shows the bulls getting a little bit of momentum. I don't see really any major support levels or anything that it's holding on at the moment, but based on the indicators and bears losing momentum, if the total crypto market cap turns back around, I would be surprised if this ends up getting a nice run, but let's see what the smaller time frames are saying as well. Yeah, if we get a little bit more of a high on the half hour, that'll also be looking nice as well. So yeah, Alliance block's looking pretty nice at the moment. The bullish divergence on the 4 hour isn't as significant as CRV is at the moment, but still looking pretty nice. And if you're not including that wick, it's a bit of a higher low, so yeah, I'll wait for some more information to present itself here and come back to this one as well, but both CRV and Alliance block are looking pretty nice. I think CRV is probably my nicest looking chart out of all the assets that you like, Brady, for the day. And as for VVS norm, I'll check that out right now. Ooh. Yeah, I'm liking this. So, daily stochastic crossed bullish, and you can see we finally pulled back from all the way up here down to we just are finding support finally at these little starting daily candles here. So, just based off the daily chart alone, I don't see any bullish divergence or anything yet, but honestly, I'm accumulating a lot at this level, looking great for a potential accumulation zone if you're bullish on this asset. 4 hour stochastic looks like it's attempting to run, so we're going to wait for more information to present itself here in the coming days. Not really any bullish divergence going on yet. And 1 hour stochastic still bullish as well. We do have a bit of 1 hour bullish divergence, but it's only the 1 hour. So you can see the candles are going slightly lower, but the RSI is going higher. So VVS is definitely looking interesting. Just based off of an accumulation area perspective, down here at these bottomed floored levels like this, like if this asset gets a second wind and we go for either previous all-time highs or new all-time highs, this is just an absolutely filthy accumulation zone on VVS. So the pullback itself, dirty, but the potential accumulation zone we're at, pretty well like art to me right now. Is there any other projects that you guys want me to check out for you tonight? I'll take a look at Quant for you, Brady. I know you're going to want to see that. Yeah, if there's nothing else that you guys want me to check out for you tonight, I'll probably take a quick look at the stock indexes, maybe another look at Bitcoin and the total market cap, and then I'll call her a night. If you guys want me to check anything else out, no problem. So, Quant, I'm liking the looks of the daily. The MACD is actually showing signs of the bears losing momentum. Absolutely floored level. So, loving the accumulation zone on Quant. And this is one project that I'm actually really interested in the fundamentals of. So, me, myself, I'll be accumulating some of this asset at these levels because, like, look at that. Even just right here, the previous high we got was almost 4 times the entry from where we are now. So, let alone if we end up hitting the previous all-time high that this wick went up to this cycle, or if it hit a new all-time high. Not saying that's going to happen, but great accumulation zone for some potential longs, because just right here, this would be a pretty relatively easy area for Quant to get up to, just a little past the 786 fib level here. And that's an easy 4x almost there, so. And as a long-term hodl, however you want, this is also something I'm quite interested in as well. So the goal of Quant, from my understanding, is interoperability between blockchains. So this could end up actually becoming a top 5 or top 10 coin over the coming cycle or two if they end up doing everything right. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on this, on the fundamentals and on the technicals, to see what happens on this asset in the foreseeable future. Alright, let's take a look at the dirty old stock market and see how that's looking today. Okay. So on the daily, we finally have a little bit of bearish momentum getting weaker. That's what we want to be seeing. So personally, now this is more by feeling and opinion. This is nothing that I'm sure of. I think it's possible that we will see one final large melt up on stocks. So the market will just get one final beautiful rally to finish the run, and that will be what will provide exit liquidity to the whales. So typically, whenever the market's about to see some big free fall, it's not at a point in time when everyone's all panicked and worried. The market will be in pure euphoria. Basically, all retail traders are just piling into the market. Bunch of propaganda going on to get retail traders piled into the market. And then from there, that gives the whales the exit liquidity to sell all of their assets and pull out of the market. So, if this event is to play out, of what I'm talking about, what we're going to likely see will be, this is going to come back into the support. Maybe a higher low or something like that, higher high, and some kind of beautiful run just to finish the cycle, basically. And then from there, I think we could be looking at anything between the 382 to the 786. Now, that right there would be absolutely horrible. Maybe even possible it goes lower if we end up getting a level of crash like this. Now, this is pure speculation, and going to wait for more information to present itself over time to either strengthen or weaken that argument. But that's just one theory that I've been working through over the past couple of days that I'm going to be interested to see if that ends up actually playing out like that. So if we do end up getting this play on stocks, it could also cause crypto to get what's known as the blow-off top. So one big beautiful run up on crypto as well to finish the cycle, and then we'll get our typical bear market that we normally get. So me myself, what I'm going to be doing is making sure all my profit targets are set to something that I'm expecting us to hit within the next run up basically. And then I'm going to be pulling a good chunk of my assets over the next rally up. So based off the technicals, 4 hour, a little bit of bullish momentum building here. Daily shows bears losing momentum. 1 hour looks so-so. So not really a sure direction showing itself here. So I'm going to wait for more information to develop on the Dow Jones at the moment. The only thing that's looking not great is we're currently under the support level. So it's just fighting to either break above and hold that or free fall. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. And now on to the S&P 500. Weekly looks trash. Big old dirty bearish MACD spike. And weekly bearish divergence. Daily bearish MACD is showing bearish momentum's growing. Bearish engulfing candle on the daily. Not really much even showing there for bullish momentum on the 4 hour. And 1 hour is not looking that great either. So NASDAQ, or S&P I mean, is not looking that great at all. So between both these assets, I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up seeing a big dump from here. But at the same time, when it comes to the stock indexes, which would be the Dow Jones, S&P 500, NASDAQ, all it takes is the Federal Reserve pumping a whole bunch of money, print all that money and pump it into the system, and then these are just going to basically reject the pattern and could just get that big final melt up like I've been talking about. So just going to wait and see what happens here, wait for more information to present itself. And I'll take a look at the NASDAQ here, and if there's nothing that you guys want me to check out to end the night, I'll probably just finish off with this. Weekly bearish MACD, lots of momentum, that's not good. Weekly bearish divergence. Daily MACD showing bears getting strength, more momentum. And daily bearish divergence, or daily bearish engulfing candle, that's what I meant to say. And then here on the 4 hour, same thing. Bearish engulfing candle, but it does show that the bears are losing momentum on the 4 hours, so that's at least looking all right. It's very slight tiny bit of bullish momentum, but it's just showing consolidation on the 1 hour. So just based off the technicals, the stock indexes look absolutely horrible, so we're going to wait and see what happens there. But alright, well, if you guys don't want me to check anything out, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.